Hi, everybody. Hope you're all having a good afternoon. Appreciate the kind intro. By way of background, I've been in and around the tech media space long enough to have some of these. So I was early at Sling Media, if you've heard of the Sling Box. I helped launch startups like Sonos, Waze, and Voodoo in their earliest days. Have had a few startups of my own all around tech and media. Spent a few years at companies like Warner Media and CBS Interactive, and started Augie about 2.5 years ago. Came out of a very personal need. I won't bore with the little details, but I was trying to make a video. I was trying to promote actually at the time, my podcast. And I had access to all the tools, all of them. Everything you could possibly imagine having access to, I had. And I took tutorials. I took 40 hours of self-paced tutorials. And at the end of it, I'm basically exactly where I am today, which is nowhere. And I had this realization that people like me trying to use a tool like, say, Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro, it's not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's sort of, to define overkill, it's like me learning how to fly a helicopter to go to Walgreens to get some milk, right? It's not the right tool for the job. I need a 60-second promo on TikTok. I need a tool designed for 60-second videos on TikTok. So we built Augie, and Augie is a video-first marketing studio. And the idea of it being empower anyone and everyone in your organization to be part of the video creation, editing, publishing, and monetization process. So basically, it's a video-first tool for the rest of us. So with that said, I'm going to jump into a demo. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to do live demos because that's how I roll, and we'll see how it all goes. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right. So share screen over here. Let me make sure I've got this all right. And if I could get a thumbs up somewhere that someone can see my screen, that would be awesome. Cool. I got a couple in there. Thank you. So I'm trying to set it so I can see you guys and the screen at the same time. There we go. So this is the Augie dashboard. Now, I'll be pretty candid, come Tuesday, it's going to look a little different. It's going to look a little more like this, and we got some all sorts of cool, flary things coming. But I'm going to do my demo today on our current beta, and then I'll show you a little more sneak peek. So in Augie, what we've tried to do is make it really, really easy for you to start with just about anything. If, for example, let's say you have a webcam recording, right? Let's say one of you records yourselves, hey, everybody, I'm Jeremy, this is my startup, or hey, team, or hey, investors, whatever kind of one-to-one or one-to-many update you might make. If you want to make that video picture-in-picture, for example, first of all, you can do that in one click in Augie. And second of all, what you might not know is by doing something like that, you'll increase the engagement on your video by about 35%. We've already learned through YouTube and TikTok and Insta stats that if all you are is a talking head, they are starting to downrank those videos because they want people to create things. But we know that's hard. The second scenario people come to Augie with is that they already have a script. You've already written your narrative, your ad script, your promo script, whatever it might be. You can just come in, cut and paste it. You can read it yourself or use one of our AI voices to read it for you. I'll talk more about that in a moment. Now, for those of you who've never made a video before, this is our teach you to fish moment, as it were. And so the first thing we encourage you to do is pick why you're making a video. So we have a bunch of different options in here. They all basically are designed about script writing. So we're going to make an ad though today, just for the fun of it. And I'm going to use a uplifting tone. And Robin, you're always so good to me. Can you give me one of your hobbies, Robin? Something you like to do in your spare time? Give me something you're into.
Ooh, I'm gonna go for.
Don't say AI.
No, I did kayaking. Can you hear me?
Kayaking. All right. So we're going to make an ad today for Robin's kayaking shop.
In my dreams, in my next life. Yeah.
For next life. And I'm sorry, Robin, I don't remember where you live these days. Located in.
Just say on the Hudson River.
Wait, I'm on the Hudson River. Where are you now?
Well, I live in Manhattan and near Hudson, New York. So always on the Hudson River, just back and forth.
Well, I'm on Irvington, which is definitely on the Hudson.
You're on my train? Yeah, you're on my train.
There we go. So here we go in the heart of the magic. Well, we even changed this. Majestic Hudson Valley lies Robin's kayaking shop. And so you can change your script however you like. Again, you don't have to use these features. We know there are a lot of people who are sort of I don't want to use certain aspects of Gen AI. So every time we use Gen in the product, it's an optional component. So that way, if you like to write your own script or you have a pro marketer on team, that's great. Same thing with voicing. I can just record this myself in the heart of the majestic Hudson Valley, et cetera. But no one wants to hear me talk, so we're going to skip that part. Instead, by the way, you can clone your voice as you record. But we've also included a bunch of pre-built AI voices that you can use. Again, everything we do, licensing rights are included. So here are some sample voices.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I'll be the voice of your Augie today.
Hi, I'm Amritanshu, and I'll be the voice of your Augie today.
Hi, I'm Amy, and I'll be the voice of your Augie today.
So we'll go with Amy. I would obviously love to have the dulcet tones of Robin's lovely voice do this for us. But for the sake of keeping us moving, we'll use Amy here. And I'm going to go ahead and just hit sounds good. I can decide, is this more TikTok or more YouTube? You can change that later. And I'm just going to sort of dive right into the next step here. So Augie's now going off and starting to make our video for us. And let me explain exactly what it does. Augie uses your audio to build an entire video. Whether you speak a narration, talk at a webcam, or use one of our AI voices, same thing. We end up with a narration. Augie takes that narration and turns it into text. We actually use the same transcription service that Alexa's powers, so we have pretty strong recognition there. We then, and you can actually watch it on screen as I talk, we then break it into shots. Just so I get a quick, I like doing a little audience interaction, keeps you from multitasking too much. Give me a show of either a raised hand or an emoji or something if you yourself are very comfortable with pro video editing tools. I'm expecting massive, maybe 2 at most. There I go. Oh, there's 2 right there. Okay. So if you're used to it, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. But if you've never used these tools, if you've even seen a screenshot, say of iMovie, you'll always see a timeline. Anytime you're making a video, there's a timeline, A, then B, then C, then D, whatever those things might be. What Augie does is figures out your timeline for you, auto-fills each segment of that timeline with a suggested piece of content that is either coming from your content library or ours, and then gives you an easy-to-use editing tool to take it from there to finished. So we're going to dive right in because guess what? Our video's here ready for us to play with. And so if you notice when I was doing the setup here, I didn't specify any of my own media, which means this entire video, this whole rough cut, which is an industry term for basically first draft. This whole rough cut's made from nothing but Getty stock videos. Again, we have over 120 million clips pre-licensed. You can use these commercially. You can use these on web, TV, social, whatever you need. So that said, let's get going. Let's take a look at what our video is. Let's see if we've got Robin's shop in good shape or not.
In the heart of the majestic Hudson Valley lies Robin's Kayaking Shop, your gateway to aquatic adventures. Feel the river's gentle embrace as you paddle through its shimmering waters. At Robin's, we don't just sell kayaks. We ignite passion for exploration.
All right. Now, I don't know about you, but this is where I'm going to say something kind of weird here. I don't think that was all that great. I think some of it was kind of good, but I don't know why I'm seeing fire right here, and I don't know why that dad was on the couch. So it made no sense. Robin obviously could not publish this video as it is. What's interesting about Augie and what our users tell us they love so much about it is the ability to take it from this stage to completion, or at least pretty close. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to actually change this from Hudson to Hudson River. And what you're seeing here is all the different kinds of matches that Getty is suggesting for that clip. So obviously there's a lot going on in the Manhattan, but I think something like this probably lines up a bit better with the vision of this story, which is about the heart of the Hudson Valley. And this is, I think this is Beacon. What do you think, Robin? Are we near Beacon here?
I think
this has a beacony look.
Yeah, I think we're pretty close. At least the river is recognizable. Yeah.
There we go. Now over here, I think she's on a paddleboard, not a kayak. So if you can see here again, our AI suggested some terminology, but I'm going to, so I've done a kayaking video before. I'm going to just switch it to kayaking because I really want to drive this point home is, I think this looks like a really good, it's got some adventure action going to it. And here, feel the river's gentle embrace. Our AI picked the phrase gentle embrace. Unfortunately, it missed the word river. So this is the kind of thing where, you know, in ChatGPT, you might get hallucinations. In Augie, you might get mismatches. Again, the fun part is if you want to make a change, we make suggestions for you right off the bat. If you want to manually, I'm just going to do kayaking again because I thought these results were so perfect for what I'm trying to do. And here, sell kayaks. Well, let's say, what if I try kayak store? What might I find? No, there's someone doing something with a kayak, I hope.
Close enough.
And what we hear from our users again is that this process actually becomes a lot of fun to do because you're no longer, oh my God, what's going to be in my video? And you're almost more, we use the analogy, it's like paint by numbers, right? So kayaks, let's try kayaks and see what we get. Maybe we'll get a whole bunch of them on the board. Point being, I can just kind of keep making the changes. Now, if I don't find what I want, I also have the notion of my own library. And so I've been uploading lots and lots of clips and videos and such, so I can incorporate something here into Robin's kayaking shop. But what I'm going to do, just in the interest of time, is I'm going to drag it from my desktop. We're going to need a call to action here. So I have a QR code present. So I'm just going to throw that in the video here. So that way, when this is airing, maybe on the digital out-of-home display, you know, I can always have my followers know where to click. So I'm going to have that appear for the first 10 seconds. And then just to drive it home, I'll add a little Made with Augie logo up here. Now, no video works without a little background music. Let's get something, let's try a little pop. I'm not even going to preview it. We'll just try it out. And it might go on social, so we're going to need closed captioning because that's a key thing for social videos to have closed captions on, which instantly shows me I might need to move that QR code, right? So a lot of what we're really trying to do here is help an audience of video makers who aren't video makers use the platform. So let's see the after. Again, I've only changed the first 4 slides. I'll show you a finished video in just a moment.
In the heart of the majestic Hudson Valley lies Robin's Kayaking Shop, your gateway to aquatic adventures. Feel the river's gentle embrace as you paddle through its shimmering waters. At Robin's, we don't just sell kayaks.
And so you can see how in the minute and a half I was explaining and talking while I was doing it, I effectively got my video into better shape. Now, what I'll do next, though, is just show you an example of a finished video built on the platform, just so you can see a bit of an after. So here's an ad we made, and
marketers, advertisers, and content creators. Introducing Augie, the all-in-one video studio that saves you time and money by using AI to optimize your video creation and editing workflow.
Transition.
Say goodbye to hours spent video editing and hello to your new video creation tool. Register for free today to get started.
Right, and so that's it. Oops, sorry, wrong button. Let me turn the share back on, excuse me. Okay. The last couple of things I want to show are this. So if, for example, you have made a video of yourself. So in this case, I'm going to go to Congresswoman Susan Wild. The Allentown Film Festival had an AI component this year, and they used Augie for it. What you're going to see here, Susan recorded this video using her webcam, just like I mentioned earlier, but you'll see now we have one new tab in our UI called placement. And what placement does, you can actually watch over here. It lets me as the creator choose, do I want to show myself or something else? Do I want to make it a picture-in-picture, as I said, like John Oliver? In fact, you can do some really funky stuff if you want to have fun with it and go nuts with how you might lay something out. We've taken basically about 80% of the core things people try to do in video editors and just make them super easy. So here's an example of this.
Hi, I'm Susan Wild, and I represent Pennsylvania's 7th Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. This is my Augie Challenge for the Allentown Film Festival. What I most love about serving in the United States Congress is giving back to the community that has given.
And in this example, I'm just going to skip ahead a few segments. We use our generative video capabilities. So we've integrated with video diffusion. I'm sure most of you have heard of Sora or Flicky, Runway, Pika, and a few others. Just to be really transparent, we don't compete with any of them. We love all that technology. We look at that as a component of what we do. So we have a generate tab. And you can see that if I go back to this frame, somebody wrote a prompt. This wasn't me who made this video. Someone on the team wrote a prompt, picked a style. We have about 130 different styles to choose from. And it rendered this.
My mother used to say that I was hard of hearing when I had a book in my hand. Also art, I loved art. And just, you know, getting out there and getting dirty as a little kid. I'm big.
So this is how we're combining user-owned media, generated media, and stock media all into one experience, because candidly, we think the future of you doing storytelling will involve them all. So I want to do one sneak peek of something I haven't shown anybody before, if you're okay with that, Robin. Sneak peek, you got it? Okay. So everybody can see my screen still? What I'm scrolling through here, this is an 8.5-minute segment of what's called B-roll. It's just stock video of sporting stuff. No audio, just here. As you can guess with a video, we don't have a frame-by-frame guide. We don't have metadata tagging. We just have a long video. But in Augie, if you upload a video to our system in our upcoming launch, one of the things you'll be able to do is designate that you want to use that content to make your video. So what I did is I wrote another prompt like you saw before, make a video about why going to the gym matters or something like that. I then pointed at that B-roll, and this is the output with no human intervention on this video whatsoever.
In a world where challenges abound, embracing physical fitness becomes a beacon of strength. It's not just about peak performance or sculpted muscles, it's a roadmap to resilience and well-being. Each drop of sweat is a testament to your dedication, shaping not just your body, but your mind. The path to physical fitness is a journey of empowerment, a symphony of determination and perseverance. It fuels your vitality, sharpens your focus, and elevates your spirit. So lace up those sneakers, breathe in the energy of movement, and let physical fitness be your anthem of vitality in a cacophony of chaos.
And so that is a end-to-end process of, I upload a lot of B-roll effectively, I give it a prompt, I pick a voice, and I go. And now, by the way, I can still go off and make changes. So if I decide, instead of using clips in my library, I actually want to go back to Getty stuff, I can just swap that in. I don't have to use any given thing. I can generate, I can replace, etc. So that's Augie in a quick nutshell. I feel I'm probably actually over my time. So I'm sorry if I am, but I'm happy to do. Are we doing Q&A or are we going straight to the next one?
I think we're going to save. Can you hear me? Am I on mute? I think we're going to save our Q&A. But Jeremy, I've watched you on this process. You've made so much progress, and have taken some of the. I used it very early on, and I remember some of those pain points. So good for you. Just amazing. But let's.
By the way, it's all coming from user feedback. So we've had, you know, I don't talk about it, but we've had well over 100,000 people come into the platform. We've had hundreds of thousands of Augies made, and all we do is get their feedback and make the product better.